You know, it's so funny. My producer just said something. He said, "You're all in black." So I guess we all got the memo.
That's
Did we all get the memo to all be in black? Black and white, actually. We've all got black and white on. So we're very well coordinated. Welcome back to Vegas Live with Ninon. I'm Ninon, your host. And I have Rick Boss with me and Charles. And apparently there's a big movie going around, and you're writing the script about Nepal?
Yes, I'm the screenwriter. Yes, I'm the screenwriter for the new Tupac movie, The Great Escape From UMC, which will be done next year.
Is this a new movie, or is this was another movie out about it?
Yes, it was L.T. Hutton from All Eyes on Me. This is a newer movie that's coming out next year. New version.
It's a new version.
Yes.
So obviously it's your version.
Mine and other people.
Okay.
Yeah. Mine and I just.
So you're not the only writer for this.
I'm the writer, but the ideas are coming from certain people in the Shakur circle, the Tupac Shakur circle.
This must be rather exciting to delve and dig into somebody's life and sort of, you know, because it's going to be the nitty gritty. A movie is, you know, as we all know, it's got to have some stuff in it to make people, and people want to find out about this man.
That's right.
Anyway.
That's right.
How do you manage to get the truth?
Through people from his family, through the Black Panther Party.
Wait, hang on a second. Black Panther. Now, I had a Black Panther on my show one time.
That was me. Last year.
This is the Black Panther. Because remember, I don't know if I told you, but when I die, I want to come back as a Black Panther. So I'm going to follow you. Follow where it goes.
Yeah.
The Black Panther. Now, because I got a tremendous rating on your show. Tremendous. I had so many people watching our interview. Because the interview was fascinating about the Black Panther and, you know, what you do.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I am the son of a Black Panther. My dad was a civil rights movement for Berkeley, California, with Huey P. Newton and H. Rap Brown before I was born.
Before you were born?
Yes.
So you were actually brought up into the Black Panther, so you probably know more about the Black Panthers than anybody knows, since that was your father.
Yeah, I've been to all the meetings as a child. I went to all the Muslim meetings as a child. I met some of the Huey P. Newton, H. Rap Brown. I haven't met Mr. Matulu Shakur, but he knows about me.
I got a funny feeling they should do a movie about you.
You can. I'm about to make one after this Tupac movie.
After this one. Now, we got Charles here. Charles is very relaxed and very quiet man, but let's get him out of this relaxed mode since we're on a show. Charles, you've got this big emblem on you. It looks like, you know, I'm in trouble. Am I in trouble?
No, you're not in trouble.
Not yet. You look like you're like in the police force or your security or something.
I provide private security for Mr. Boss.
You provide. Well, it sounds like his story. He definitely needs security. and you look like being cool, calm, and collective would be pretty good as a security person, because you would not get into a frenzy and all crazy.
Yes,
like I would.
Yeah. He's not emotional. He's more of a thinker.
He's more of a thinker.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been with Rick?
About a year.
About a year.
How do you like being sort of in? Because are you still involved with this Black Panther or?
My dad and my other relatives are Black Panther members, but my dad passed away at the age of 83. So, but my other family, they're still involved in.
They're still involved in the Black Panther.
Yeah.
So, do you mind? Obviously, you don't mind. You've been with them a year, but do you like being involved with this? Because it's something different.
Yes, ma'am. I'm perfectly okay providing security for Mr. Boss. I provided security.
Do you have to provide any different security for Rick Boss than you would for somebody else? Is it a little higher level or a little sort of?
It's pretty much the same, but as we have to do interviews outside of Las Vegas and actually shoot film, then we'll possibly run into some things, but I'm pretty confident
you're very confident.
I can deal with.
You're very confident that you can take care of him, because I think he needs a lot of taking care of. I think he needs somebody next to him all the time.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're writing this new movie. What made you want to do this? Is it because you knew the inside track of what was going on and how everything happened? But I mean, there's a lot of people who know an inside track, but they elaborate on an inside track. But you've actually got the true story.
I hung around with Tupac's people in the studio, different people, Snoop Dogg's artists from Death Row Records. I hung out with a lot of people affiliated with Death Row. itself and back in the days in the early 90s.
Now, do they mind being involved in this movie?
Well, they know about it. Snoop Dogg knows about it. He gave me the thumbs up.
He did.
Yeah,
Will
give me
he
a thumbs
actually be in the movie?
No.
Snoop? No. So they're all going to be, you've got your actors and people playing the parts.
Because while we're doing this movie, one of the associates named Daz Dillinger, which is Snoop's cousin, they're making another movie on the side while I'm making this movie. So there's two movies
there's a
going
lot
on.
of action going on. Now, you're based in Vegas, right?
Yes.
So, I hate to ask this question, but I'm going to definitely, what's going on with Vegas? And we still got a lot of the stuff going on with the mafia and a lot of the, I know there's like, used to only be like Italians, and now I think we got Russians, we got
There's everybody around the world that's here in Vegas.
Because some people say, oh, Nino, no, there's nothing like that in Vegas. Well, you can't tell me that. It's gambling. Come on, there's all these big hotels, there's all these gamblers. There's gamblers coming from all over the world with a tremendous amount of money coming into Vegas. How is all this handled? Do you know a lot about what goes on?
No, I'd stay in my own lane, and I don't get involved in other people's business. You know what I mean? What they do is what they do, and what I do is
what you do.
Yeah.
So you know a lot of the controls, a lot of what's going on in Vegas.
I hear, but I don't get myself
You
involved in
don't
anything.
get yourself involved. Now, what about your brother, who's still involved in the Black Panther?
No, it's not my brother. It's my brother's a police detective, homicide division from
Oh,
Los
that's
Angeles.
interesting.
But
It's a different direction.
yeah, he's a homicide detective for Los Angeles. But
Okay.
he lives his own life. I do my own stuff.
And you live your own life. So coming into the movie industry and writing all these scripts and getting this all together, this is a talent you've obviously had for quite some time.
Yes.
But now are you able to bring, you've had some other stuff come out, haven't you?
I have music come out. I've done music.
And then what's the popular thing in music you've done?
I've done features with Sugar Free, which is another artist. Couple Snoop Dogg artists. A lot of people.
You're kind of what I would say, Rick. Rick's kind of in the loop.
I've been around everybody here and
You've been
there.
around everybody.
Yeah, doing music, doing.
So now you're doing your own thing, though. Is this
I'm getting out of music because the competition is too big. But
What do you mean? Is it
it's too much
big?
competition right now with the youngsters doing music.
Do the young people know what they're doing? Because there's a lot of music out there that doesn't make sense to me. But then I'm kind of a little bit on the older side, so I can understand that. But
The way how I see the youngsters, how they doing things now, they just after the quick money, just to hurry up and get out there, get their fame. Back in the day when we were doing music, it was more
the talent.
more talent in it,
Yeah,
more
the
soul
talent.
into it. There's a lot of stuff that was going on. And
Yeah.
the youngsters nowadays, everything's fast in a hurry, skinny jean
Get
wearing,
in, get out, and
yeah,
that's
all
it.
this
And
kind
they
of
don't.
stuff going on. So we're not into all that. We're for the old school type
I was
musicians.
going to say, you've grown out of all
Yeah.
that stuff, but you never really grew into it because you were brought up into that era when it wasn't like it is now.
Yeah, so I came from a different generation.
Yeah. And
Compared to
how
them.
do you keep up with all this stuff, Charles? I mean, there's a lot of stuff to keep up with, Rick.
I'm a multitasker by nature. Outside of security, I also do music.
But you're in the music.
I have three college degrees. I also do insurance and financial planning, so I kind of got my hands.
So you're
in everything.
you've got your hands in all the
so
things.
like when Rick moves, I move. When he ready to go, I'm ready
You're
to
ready
go.
to go. That's your job. So how do you feel comfortable with what you're coming out with? Have you got all the sponsors and all the backers for this? In other words, do you have the finance in order?
Yes, we do.
'Cause it's-
We were going to contact Mr. Sylvester Stallone because Sylvester Stallone actually was going to play a role in a Tupac movie as a police detective. But I don't know what happened with that role, why it never happened.
Oh,
So-
he'd be great, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would be perfect for it. But we're in the process of contacting him. The production is still in the beginning stages. So we have to look for filming locations, filming permits. There's a
No,
lot
so
of
you're going to
stuff
film in Vegas?
here in New Mexico.
In New Mexico?
There's a
Why New
secret one.
Mexico? Secret.
Secret. That's why people have to watch the movie.
People say to me, they come on, they're promoting their movie. Well, I can't talk about this, and I
Yeah.
can't talk about that, and they say, well, then what are you doing on my show? You can't talk about everything. But it's true, in the movie industry, they can't talk about a lot of stuff.
I'll explain
But
what the
they
movie's
kind
about.
of put these little feelers out there for people to get excited.
I'll explain what the movie's about. If you
Go
want me to
ahead.
explain.
Yes, I do.
Okay, after the supposedly Mr. Shakur getting shot in the BMW.
Correct. In
That's
Vegas.
That's what they say. That's unsolved case, but then
Well,
you have
hang on a second. That's an unsolved mystery?
it's still unsolved murder case. But they say Mr. Orlando Anderson was the one that shot him, but it's still unsolved. So if you have the shooter, why is the case still unsolved?
Why is it still open?
If you
The
have the
police have
shooter.
it open for a reason.
So in my script, through facts, the person who supposedly shot Tupac in reality was at the food court in the MGM while the shooting was taking place. So Mr. Orlando Anderson was not the shooter, but this is why I want people to look at the movie.
We can't be two places. You can't be shooting somebody and also buying food at one time.
Nope,
Exactly.
can't do that. So
Do you know, I always love this about the mysteries because they do this. I love mysteries because coming from England, we have a lot of this mystery stuff and we enjoy it. And I also think, well, I was there at this time, so how can I be there and there? And then all of a sudden they start sorting the story out and they find out, well, hang on a second, there's like an hour or half an hour difference between
ma'am.
you being here and you being there. So
So
that could be it.
So basically, when Mr. Shakur found out that he had a hit on him, which was he was notified days in advance before he went to Las Vegas, is where the doubles came in, and the person named Devin Clark, who was dying of AIDS, actually in the death certificate, supposedly Shakur was 215 pounds, but in reality he was 5'7", weighing at 165 pounds. So the death certificate is false because we know who that person that took the bullets for Mr. Shakur. His name is Devin Clark, dying of AIDS. And while that was happening, that's where Mr. Shakur made his escape to New Mexico as a drop-off point to go where he needs to go. This is what the movie's about.
That's what the movie's about. And you have all this put together. How long has this taken you to put together?
The script, through information with the Black Panther Party and a couple secretive family members, 1 year to write.
1 year to write.
1 year to write.
So the Black Panther Party is involved in this whole thing. And the reason they're involved is obviously because of your connections, who you are and everything else.
Well, my father knew his mom, so I have full permission to.
So you have full permission.
The family contacts me all the time on updates, see what's going on with the movie.
So while you're updating, while you're doing all that, are you finding out other things and different things that you could actually write another movie about?
I could, but I'm only going to take it to a certain limit without the permission. I'm not going to do it without the permission. It's
Of
going
course,
to go up to a
I
certain
agree
point.
with that.
and
Yeah.
I hear a lot of things, what's going on, and
So when you hear a lot of things, do you actually go back to identify if this is right and this is wrong, or just to make sure you've got your story, how the story should be, and then also you probably would know a lot about that. Being in security, you would find out a lot about who's who and who's what and where they all are.
Yes, you hear certain things, you see certain things, but at the same time, we have to have a particular level of respect
Correct.
for the clients that we protect and serve.
Yeah. And that's kind of what you're doing. You're protecting them as well as protecting Rick as well, to make sure you don't get into trouble. And you obviously won't. You've been doing this for some time now.
I'm not worried about protection. I have a lot of people around me. So if I need that kind of protection, but we're
It's
here
not got me around it.
you know what I mean? So we're on the positive role in this movie. We're not.
I think you've been like that though all your life.
Yeah.
You've been kind of you're kind of the guy that you kind of tell it how it is,
Yeah.
but how it really is, because you're not afraid because you know the truth.
Yeah, I lived
You
in.
know the truth seeks above anything. I don't care. It's like it always comes on top.
Yes, ma'am.
I lived in different countries because of my dad with his Black Panther associates. I lived in different parts of the world.
Well, hang on a second. The black. I always thought they were just kind of here in America.
No.
So the Black Panther group. How big is this Black Panther group? We're getting into
You
it.
have the old Black Panthers and you have the new Black Panthers that are still around today.
So the old ones. How old would they roughly be now? 70,
My dad
80?
died. My dad died at the age of 83, so they would be around their 70s
About the
or
70s,
80s.
80s they would, and they're still around,
Some of them.
Some of them.
are incarcerated. But
and they live in different parts of the world.
yeah, different
See,
parts of the world.
We're learning something here.
Yeah, there's an organization, Black Panther Party here in Vegas, that people don't even know about, but I do.
So you have a Black Panther
Yeah,
Party
yeah,
here,
they're in
and
Vegas.
you're involved with them.
Yeah,
Are they a good, party?
yeah. It's all positive. Nothing criminal.
Yeah.
They do speeches here and there. Nothing illegal. No guns involved. It's all positive to educate the community.
I love to hear that, because when people talk about the Black Panther, we all feel that it's something sort of really guns and people doing this and that, and it's not.
Before it was.
Before it was.
Because
but,
of the racial tension back in the 1960s, of course.
Well, that was
you know,
all about the racial stuff. And that's something I will never understand because I come from England and we never had this, and I don't believe we have it now. We don't have this racial problem in England, and we certainly didn't have it when I was being brought up. We had none of that. So, you know, for me, it's like, you know, why would anybody be like that? But they were.
Yeah. My dad was all in the deep guts of it. Huey P. Newton, H. Rap Brown, Fred Hampton. That was his crew. And
So he knew Muhammad Ali and all these people, everybody probably.
I don't know who the outside circle, but I know the Black Panther members. I know because they had meetings at my dad's house. I remember seeing all this. I remember seeing it as a kid.
Fascinating. It's fascinating to know how the Black Panthers are now, though, of how they're kind of, you know, they help people and you help your community and everything. Go ahead.
So, I was going to say the WIC program was actually invented by the Black Panther Party.
The WIC program. Oh, the WIC program.
The WIC program originally came from...
And what is the WIC program?
It's for people on welfare system in order to feed their families and kids.
So that was,
that's where the idea, that's where the United States, the states got their idea from the Black Panther Party, which is the WIC program to feed the children or low-income families.
To make sure, you know, because it's funny because you don't really think of America, or I don't think of America ever being poor, and you don't think of American people starving. But we've got nice opportunity right now. We have 15 to 16,000 homeless children in Vegas, well, Nevada, but mostly probably in Vegas. Why? We've got more money than you can shake a stick at in Vegas.
I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I.
No.
We have to see what we can do about that. But it's fascinating for you to tell us about the Black Panther now, and you're still involved in it, and you still help people and everything else. And back to the movie. What's the movie going to be called?
Tupac, The Great Escape from UMC.
Okay. And what else would you like to say about the movie and the script and everything?
The script is very intense. It's facts through certain people in the circle. It's not to be taken as we're disrespecting everybody because we have permission from the Shakur family to film.
Okay.
And whether people choose to believe he's dead or alive will be up to when they finish seeing the movie. When they can judge if he's still dead.
Come their own judgment, whatever they feel or
whatever they can state their own opinion.
State their own opinion.
Yeah, when the movie's finished.
You know, Rick Boss, sitting here talking with Ann Charles, it's been a great pleasure. It's been amazing. It's opened up my eyes an awful lot. But you're so relaxed about everything. You're kind of very much at peace with yourself, and so are you. And yet you're on a road, you know, a beautiful road, a beautiful journey. And this new movie coming out. Where can they find you or the movie on everything?
If they want to find out about the movie, what the movie's about, they can Google Tupac, The Great Escape on Google, and all the information will be there from BET to Rolling Stone to Scottish United Kingdom newspapers.
Oh, I like you mentioned the United Kingdom.
That's what yeah, so it's all in the
purposely mentioned.
Yeah, I'm purposely.
There you go. There you go.
So it's everywhere, viral worldwide.
And this will be out in about a year, you say?
Yeah, about a
whole year. The movie finished and everything. They've got the finance, everything, the script is written, and everything's put together. So you must be very excited.
It would have been done sooner, but due to weather conditions with the rain and everything, you can't film like that. We need it to be perfect.
Yes, it has to be perfect weather and everything else. It's absolutely wonderful. It's a great pleasure having you on,
Thank
Charles.
you very much. It's a pleasure to talk to you again.
Absolutely amazing having you back again and sort of get a little bit of the inside scoop of what's going on with the Black Panthers and also his movie. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to go to YouTube and to subscribe to Vegas Live with Ninon, and we'll be back next week. And thank you so much for all watching, because without you, nothing happens. If you enjoyed the last show we just did and all the other shows, don't forget to subscribe Vegas Live with Ninon on YouTube. We've got plenty more coming up, and our guests are amazing. So don't forget to subscribe. We'll be right back. Vegas Live with Ninon.